Just look. Look at this panel real quick. Look at this panel real quick.
Another one, and another one, and another one.
Yes. Yes. So things go left really quick here in 117. What were supposed to be negotiations between humanity and the Shikoku, the Mikaboshi clan. The Mikaboshi clan, I think, look like reading this and looking back at this situation, I think the Mikaboshi clan wanted violence to begin with. I don't think they really wanted to. They stated their terms. They got a paper out what they wanted. Completely unreasonable, by the way. They want Hiroshima. They want Japan. They want everything, essentially. So they can grow more of the Date Seiki, I guess. And they think Japan is like the place to do it. They're talking about the next 1,000 years the tectonic plates will shift, and that's why they want to use Japan and Hiroshima to farm the Date Seiki, which I guess makes sense because the Date Seiki is their whole life force. Essentially, they were almost extinct. The Soga clan almost wiped out the Mikaboshi pretty much, and the Date Seiki saved these people, you know? They see it as their god, and it's their loaded gun. It's their life force. It's their way to survive, to thrive. They've been able to build this kind of advanced organization, this advanced civilization with the Date Seiki. When they were supposed to go extinct, they're thriving now. They're so powerful, and I can see why they want to kind of overthrow humanity in a sense. Which they're not really playing their hand that way. They're more so trying to negotiate when really they're trying to intimidate and just kind of like let humanity know like, hey, we're here to talk, but we can really make things bad for you at any time, really. And they proved it at Shikoku, you know, at these talks. And 118 and 119 is just things escalate really fast and it goes left. It all goes bad. But luckily, these four who are on the ship that they destroyed, by the way, without warning, just let you know, like, these guys are not really here to negotiate, but they're here to scare the living crap out of humanity, pretty much, and really give a statement, you know what I'm saying? But the four people that were on that ship are not to be messed with. Apparently, they are the most powerful group, the most powerful individuals that Japan has to offer, and they're all at the table right now in chapter 118, including Shiba and his sidekick. I forget his name. I feel bad calling him a sidekick, but I forget his name, and I don't really know what to call him. Is he like Shiba's apprentice or something? I don't know. But we learned later that his sword does have gravity abilities. I did call that in the last video. Just want to point that out. I was right. But this goes super crazy, man. I had to record this again because the last two videos that I made that are supposed to be edited into this video, my phone got really full, and so they didn't make the cut. So the next clip after this is what you're going to see is me talking about chapter 119. So this is me just essentially putting 117 and 118 into a ball and say things go sideways really fast. Hey, Shiba's team is here for it, and it's a good fight. It's a good fight. I mentioned later on how much I can't wait for this to be an anime because there's so many MVP moments throughout the story of Kagurabachi, but also in these chapters here, man. So many amazing moments, so much lore, so much going on, so much to take in. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. And so let's cut back into me talking about chapter 119. So Shiba's entourage quickly just makes work of these guys. I don't know why I thought they were going to be a challenge, but it's just the way they entered, you know. I thought these guys are OP, but Shiba's entourage quickly comes in and makes work of these guys, and I'm just so impressed, bro. These guys are clearly OP as well, and probably I would guess the most skilled at the time that this Tokyo government has had, the most skilled sorcerers that they have in their arsenal. These probably have to be the strongest ones, but I could be wrong, who knows? But the fact that they brought them here to deal with these Mikaboshi relatives, that they brought them here to deal with them, it has gotta mean it's saying something that they chose these guys to be here. And they made quick work of these dudes. And so earlier, the prince, who we find out later on, he's the prince of these Mikaboshi relatives, and standing with them on that weird board, on that weird like hovering thing, that's his father, the old man. The prince gets killed immediately because Shiba's entourage is not playing any games at all, and they deal with him in self-defense, and so he gets killed. But this is what I find really interesting, which is in the next chapter of 119. So this is what really caught my interest here, right? And I'm trying to figure out what's happening here. So this is a larger. So in 119, I feel like we're getting more lore on the Dayton Seiki, right? Essentially, what happened in the past was I think their civilization, it was destroyed by the Soga clan, and they sunk into the bottom of the ocean. And again, I just love these little like these ancient Japanese mural pieces that they're putting in the chapters. I really appreciate this. I really like it. It's very unique to the story, and I can't wait to see this in the anime. And by the way, I'm hearing news. I'm hearing talking. People are talking. The streets are talking. I'm confident we are getting our Kagurabachi anime probably sooner than I thought. I'm very excited, and I would love to see this style put into the play a pretty big role in the storytelling of Kagurabachi when it comes to the animation. Because I don't know, I just think it would be so cool to see this, and very um unique to the story. But anyways, it looks like the Mikaboshi's island, it sunk to the bottom along with the Dayton Seiki, and there was a larger piece of the Dayton Seiki, which is probably the whole thing in general. And it seems like a situation like you would think like in Marvel's Black Panther, like how vibranium kind of touched down into Earth. It kind of crashed down into Earth, and then the it was a bigger vibranium rock, and they were able to build a whole civilization. You know what I'm saying, with the vibranium. And I think this is pretty similar. I think the Dayton Seiki, maybe it came from outer space. They don't mention that in this chapter, but who knows? Maybe it's like a supernatural thing that has always existed on the Earth, or it came from outer space. Either way, they were able to make an entire civilization out of the Dayton Seiki, because the Dayton Seiki sinks all the way to the bottom of the ocean, and it almost saves an entire civilization of people of this Mikaboshi clan, right? And this is where they live for the next, I think, 1,000 years or something, in hiding, deep underwater, right, with the Dayton Seiki. And somehow they're using, like, you'll see these panels right here of people praying to the Dayton Seiki, this Mikaboshi clan, and it seems like it's like their god. I think it's really interesting how I always think about scripture. I'm a Christian, and I think about how the Lord warns us about people praying to other gods and taking material things and making it their god and things like that. And it just pops up in my brain when I think about this stuff. I can't help but think about that. And so they're praying to their god, the Dayton Seiki, or what I believe to be their god, because why else would they be praying like this, right? And they're able to use the Dayton Seiki as, like, I don't know, I think it's like their Lazarus their Lazarus pit of some sort, right? They're able to use it to revive. I don't know if they're able to revive everybody or certain people within the Mikaboshi clan, you know. But they bring back the prince who was killed earlier in the last chapter with the Dayton Seiki. He comes back to life and just plants a hole in one of Shiba's entourage. Straight through, and he's still talking. This is one thing I don't like about anime when, like, I get it. It's anime, it's a cartoon. At the end of the day, it's all fantasy, it's not real, right? But it's like some things I just feel like need to be like, he has a hole in his stomach. He can't be sitting here going like, oh, you wasted your assault on me? Foolish mistake. This guy should be
my stomach, it's a hole in my chest,
something like, he gotta be in pain, bro. Why is he smiling? He shouldn't be smiling here in this panel. And he has time to plant another attack. No, bro, you have a hole in your stomach. Sit down, bro. I just didn't like that. I don't like stuff like that. But anyways.
Hey guys, my name's Christopher, and I'm here to talk to you today about a children's book me and my good friend Evan are working on. It's called A Box of Wonders. We're excited to be working on our first book together and eventually give you a story you can share with the little ones. A Box of Wonders is a story about a father occupied with work so much so that he doesn't have time to tell his son a bedtime story. The father's solution? Giving his son an advanced AI box that can tell the boy all kinds of incredible stories. So incredible that the boy is hooked on this box and prefers the box over his father's storytelling. The boy at this point is glued to the mesmerizing stories the box can tell him and doesn't interact with his parents like he used to. But the boy will soon realize that even after all the amazing stories this AI box can tell, it's nothing compared to the loving bond and time shared with family. I'm telling you, man. The book's still a work in progress, but if you guys want to support our book right now, you can start with supporting my Patreon. Just get on your device and type patreon.com/Chris O Ajayi. That's patreon.com/Chris O Ajayi, Ajayi. And you can become a member today. We'll be posting the early artwork of the panels for your eyes only on Patreon. So this is behind the scenes content. You'll get to take a look at the whole story from beginning to end before the official book releases. Well, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for listening. We're so excited, me and Evan, to be working on this children's book and, you know, present it to you guys in the future. Yeah, and so I just wish you have a blessed day, and until next time, peace, y'all.
Oh, and this guy does end up having the sword, the mustache guy. I didn't see a sword on him earlier, so I didn't peep the sword, but he has one. He does have one. So forget what I said earlier. And they immediately go into attacking the prince. His ability here is interesting. I think he's able to hold the prince in place with this gravity sorcery technique that he has. And that gives Shiba's entourage enough time to teleport him somewhere else and continue the fighting. And I just love these panels, bro. These action panels are it's exciting, bro. It's exciting. We're gonna have so many amazing fights to look forward to in this anime, bro. There's gonna be so many good moments. This anime, I already know, is gonna go viral. It's gonna go insane, bro. You're always reminded how much this author is a fan of Masashi Kishimoto, because look at this guy who's supposedly a Soga clan member. I just want to point this out. He has like a marking on this area over here, which looks like a curse mark to me. I immediately thought that when I was reading this. It looks like a curse mark. And then you see the orb in the back, the sphere in the back of his head. What does that remind you of? Exactly, just saying. I think we're getting some more hints on what the Dayton Seiki... They're doing like... Okay, I'm seeing some kind of... what I guess is like a ritual going on here. They pray to the Dayton Seiki, and then they have this weird ritual where they're like mashing up like bugs. This is gross. I hate bugs so much, bro. Hold on. Give me a sec, bro. I hate bugs so much, bro. But they're smashing up these bugs, pouring their fluids into a cup. Then he drinks it. He drinks the bugs fluid. I see why they sunk them to the bottom of the ocean. You guys are disgusting, bro. He drinks the blood, and I guess that makes him immortal somehow, and it links him with the Dayton Seiki. And he's able to spawn back to life all the time. And we get this panel of these guys who are all dressed like him, but they're all different. They have all like hairstyles and all this stuff. Originally, I thought it was like a situation where there's like several of the prince, but they look like different guys. They look like different people. And these are just more foes who are just as powerful, just as dangerous as him, bro. Not to mention, bro. Holy smokes. And this last panel is crazy. I don't even know what's happening here. Is this blood? Is this some weird... and I didn't... Oh, yeah. And what is the sorcerer technique called? Scorpion or... What is it called? I forget what it's called. No! It's called, Centipede. Centipede, right? This is the technique we see, such and such, back in part 1 of Kagurabachi, using. And I'm curious. I'm like, is this a sorcerer technique that's well known, or... Oh no, there's reasons why he was able to do that before. He's linked to them somehow. There's so much going on. There's so much lore and information. I grew up around Naruto, right? I literally grew up and I got to learn the powers. I got to, with time, you just become familiar with everything, right? Because I grew up on it. I was in like first grade watching Naruto all up until high school, you know? Naruto was always there, and so the power system, it just becomes the power system, the lore, all of it. It just becomes like second nature. Like, oh yeah, such and such happened. Oh yeah, this is this jutsu. I remember this when I was a kid. It's just simple. But what's exciting and what's also like a lot for me to take in is that Kagurabachi is, to me, it's like the new Naruto. It feels like I haven't seen a system like this so clean before in a long time. Not with JJK, not with Bleach. This is so similar to Naruto to me. And everything is being explained. There's so much. There's clans, sorcerer abilities, the blades, the sorcerer blades, the like everything. There's so much. And what I'm trying to do in every video is just like, dang, oh, I didn't know this. Oh yeah, what's that one? What's this one again? I feel like I need a notepad to just write this stuff down so I don't forget it. But this is me in the early stages of learning Kagurabachi and just trying to remember abilities, remember these clans, remember like everything. And so forgive me if I'm drawing blanks when I'm like recording these videos. It's a lot, but I really am enjoying this. It's all so exciting. There's so much going on in Kagurabachi. And it just feels like the author keeps escalating. He keeps getting better and better. His art style's gotten better. The lore is getting richer. The stakes are somehow, it feels like the stakes are increasing, even though this was a battle that happened in the past. Oh my gosh, like what a time to be a fan of shonen manga, bro. This is what I love about shonen, bro. This is it right here. I have not felt this way about a manga since Naruto. And don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying what's going on in Boruto. I feel like Boruto has really gotten better with the pacing and the, you know, I do think there's a little bit of a lack of character development, but I'm still enjoying Boruto for what it is. But Kagurabachi has completely replaced Boruto for me in entertainment, in shonen, like clearly surpasses it at this point. And the anime hasn't even come out yet. I'm excited, man. For you guys who are way more well versed in Kagurabachi than I am, how do you feel? Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think about what's going on right now? Are you up to date on the lore of Kagurabachi? Have you grasped an understanding of everything that's going on? I want to know your thoughts and opinions, man. I want to know how you guys are feeling. Is Kagurabachi your top manga right now? Like, where does it place in your top 5, or no, let me make it easier, top 3 um mangas. Like, is it up there for you? Because I just feel like this is something special happening, and it's gonna explode. It's just gonna go crazy when the anime comes out. Oh man. Oh man. Exciting stuff, man. I don't know what else to say. Exciting stuff. So much going on. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I will see you in the next video. Peace. I'm gone.